Morning students, in last class we were solving exercise 5.1. We will continue that up to 9th main we have solved. Now we will see few more questions, that is 11th one here. In the following figure is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2. Now say what is the meaning of adjacent angle. Now I will define in briefly here. BO A, okay, and here C. Now see here, angle BOC and angle COA are adjacent angle. These two angles are adjacent angle because they have a common vertex O and a common arm OC. And see here common arm OC is there. The other arms are on the either side of this common arm. Okay, then that angles we are going to call it as an adjacent angle. At that time we can tell that angle BOC is adjacent to angle COA. These two are adjacent angle we can tell. But now here in the following figure, is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Is this angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent? Definitely no, because here they don't have a same vertex. Now see here angle 1 is vertex here, angle 2 is vertex is here. They do not have a same vertex. So what we can write solution? Solution in angle 1 is not adjacent to angle 2. Okay? Because, what is the reason? Because they lie on different vertex. They lie on different vertex. The meaning is that they do not have a same vertex. Okay. Now see here. Find the values of the angles x, y, z in each of the following. Now see in the first figure 1. We have to find out the value of x, y, z here. Now I told you what is vertically opposite angle. If two lines intersect at one point here, okay, the angle formed at the point of intersection are nothing but the vertically opposite angle. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. Angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite angle. Angle 4 and angle 2 are vertically opposite angle. Again I told you that vertically opposite angles are equal. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 4 is equal to angle 2. I told you, do you remember? Now see here, the same concept you will use here. Now see here, these two lines are intersecting at point. Okay, these two lines are intersecting at a point. Now see here, definitely what is x value here? Tell me, what may be the x? What may be the x? X is equal to 55 degree. Why? Because vertically opposite angles are equal. See a solution. X is equal to 55 degree. Yes or no? Because vertically opposite angles are equal. Now see here. Now how to find out this y here? Now this we got 55 degree. Okay, this we got 55 degree. Now see here, this full is what, students? Now I will draw separately. See here. Okay, here this is y, this is x. This x value we got 55 degree. This full is what? This full angle is 180 degree because these two are adjacent angles. Yes or no? Adjacent angle and the sum is 180 degree means this will form a linear pair. the sum of the full angle will be a 180 degree. What we can tell here? X plus y is equal to 180 degree. Yes or no? So x value you can substitute 55 degree plus y is equal to 180 degree. Yes. So what is y is equal to? 180 degree minus 55 degree. What is 180 minus 55? Now see here, y is equal to, now see here, what is 180 minus 55? 10 minus 5 is 5, here it will become 7, 7 minus 5 is 2, here it will be 125 degree. Okay, y is nothing but 125 degree. If y is 125 degree, definitely, therefore z is equal to what? 125 degree. Why z is equal to 125 degree? Because vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, now see students, I have written here direct, but in exam you have to write step by step. Now see here, once more I will explain this problem. See here, now see here, this is the question they have given. Here we have to find out the value of x, y, z. Here x is equal to 55 degree because why? These are the vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angles are equal. X is equal to 55 degree. Now see here, this full will going to form a linear pair. Linear pair means if two adjacent angles sum is 180 degree, at that time we are going to call it as a linear pair. Y plus x is equal to 180 degree. Now here x is 55 degree, y is equal to 180 degree. Y is equal to 180 degree minus 55 degree is y is equal to 125 degree. If y is 125 degree, means definitely z will also be 125 degree because vertically opposite angles are equal. So this is the way how we are going to solve this problem. So therefore, hence x is equal to what? X is equal to 55 degree. Okay, y is equal to 125 degree and z is equal to 125 degree. Okay, now we see the next question. I will take the next question, that is 13th one. So filling the blanks. Say first one, if two angles are complementary, if two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measures is dash. Okay, now see student, if two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measure is what student? Definitely it will be a 90 degree. Yes or no? Two angles are called complementary angles if the sum of the measure is what? 90 degree. Now we will go for second one. The second question, if two angles are supplementary, if two angles are supplementary, then the sum of their measure is, then the sum of their measures is dash. So what is the answer, students? If two angles are supplementary, then the sum of their measure is what? 180 degree. Yes or no? Two angles are called supplementary if their measure is 180 degree. Don't get confused with complementary angle and supplementary angle. Two angles are called supplementary if the measure of the angle is 90 degree. Two angles are called supplementary if the measure of their angle is 180 degree. Same. Now we will see the third one. Let's see a third one. Two angles forming a linear pair are dash. See, two angles forming a linear pair are what? Now see a student. AOB. Here C. Angle AOB and angle AOC are what? They are adjacent angle. If the sum of the adjacent angle is 180 degree, then they are what? If the sum of the adjacent angle is 180 degree, then we are going to call it as a linear pair. Okay? Two angles forming a linear pair are what? Supplementary. Yes or no? Okay. Now see the fourth one. Fourth one. If two adjacent angles are supplementary, if two adjacent angles are supplementary, they form a dash. They form a dash. Now see students, if two adjacent angles are supplementary, they form a what? Linear pair. Yes or no? Now see a fifth one. If two lines intersect at a point, then the vertically opposite angles are always. Now see a student, fifth one. If two lines intersect at a point, then the vertically opposite angles are always what, students? Now see here, if two lines intersect at a point, then the vertically opposite angles are what? Are always equal. Okay. Now we will see the sixth one in that. Now say sixth one. If two lines intersect at a point, and if one pair of vertically opposite angles are acute angles, then the other pair of vertically opposite angles are Now see here students, this question. If two lines intersect at a point, now see here, if two lines intersect at a point, and if one pair of vertically opposite angles are acute angles, suppose these pair of angles are acute angle. Now say what about this pair of angle? If this is a acute angle, means what about this pair of vertically opposite angle? Now think here students, suppose here 30 degree, this is also 30 degree. Now the full pair will be what? The full pair will going to be 180 degree, right? Now this will be 150 degree, this will be 150 degree. If one pair of angles are acute angle, the other pair of angles will be a obtuse angle. So this is about the exercise 5.1. The remaining questions you have to solve by yourself. Now see next we will see transversal. So what is this transversal here? A line that intersect two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. Now see here, a line that intersects two or more lines at a distinct point. Now see here, suppose here line L, okay, and a line M is there. Here two lines are there, line L and line M. Here a line P is called a transversal. Now see why this line P is called a transversal means here this line P is called a transversal because say this line, okay, this line intersect these two lines at a distinct point. See at different points. Okay, so this line is there, no? So this line intersect this line at one point and this line at different point. A line which intersect two lines at a distinct point, then that line is called a transversal. Here line P is called a transversal. Why? Because here this line P intersect the line L at one point, okay, and again the same line P intersect the line M at a different point, then such line is called a transversal. Okay, two or more lines, a line which intersect two or more lines at a distinct point, then that line is called a transversal. Okay, now we will see angles made by a transversal. Angles made by a transversal. Now see here, the same thing I will take here, line L and line M. Okay, here line P is a transversal, yes or no? We come to know the definition. Now see here, what is this angle made by a transversal? Now see here, when this line P intersect the two lines at different points, now see here how many angles we are going to form? Angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If a line intersects two lines at a distinct point, at that time we are going to form 8 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now these angles have a special name. Now see here, interior angles. Interior angles. Now see here, interior angles means those angles which are inside these two lines. Now see here, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are called interior angles. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. These are interior, means what? Inside. So these 4 angles are inside these two lines. Yes or no? These are called interior angles. Then exterior angles here. Exterior means what, student? It's outside. Yes or no? Exterior means outside. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are exterior angle. Now see, angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8 are exterior angle. Okay. Now alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. So alternate interior angles here, angle 3 and angle 6. This is one pair of alternate interior angle. Angle 3 and angle 6. Okay. And one more here, angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 4 and angle 5. See, these are alternate interior angle. Now see here, these are the pair of alternate interior angles. Okay. Now pair of alternate exterior angle. Exterior angles. Now alternate interior angle, these are the pair of alternate interior angle. Pair of alternate exterior angles here, angle 2 and angle 8, angle 2 and angle 8, angle 1 and angle 7. These are alternate exterior angles. Okay. Now see here, corresponding angles. To write here, pair of corresponding angle. Pair of corresponding angles. See here, angle 2, angle 5. Now see here, angle 1 exterior angle should be there, one interior angle should be there. Angle 2, angle 5, angle 1, angle 6. Okay. Angle 3, angle 7, angle 4, angle 8 are the corresponding angles. Okay, which are those? See here, angle 2. Angle 2, one exterior, one interior. Angle 2 and angle 5. Okay. Angle 2, angle 5, angle 1 and angle 6. Angle 3 and angle 7. Angle 4 and angle 8. Now see students, these are pair of corresponding angles. pair of corresponding angles. Now the next is pair of interior angle. Pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. Now see, pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversals here. Angle 3 and angle 5, okay, angle 4 and angle 6. Now see here students, once more I will explain you. Angles made by a transversal. I told you that what is a transversal? If a line intersects two lines at a distinct point, then that line is called a transversal. Now when a transversal means when a line intersects two lines at a distinct point, at that time we are going to form 8 angles. They have a special names. See here, angle 1, 2, 7, 8 are called exterior angle because they are outside. Yes, these are called exterior angle. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are called interior angle because they are inside these two lines. Therefore, it is called a interior angle. Okay, alternate interior angle. Angle 3, angle 5, angle 3 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 5. These are alternate interior angle. Okay. Now pair of alternate exterior angles, say angle 2, angle 8. These are, it's like cross here. Angle 2, angle 8, angle 1, angle 7. These are called pair of, pair of alternate exterior angles. Now see here, pair of corresponding angles. One exterior should be there, one interior should be there. Angle 2 and angle 5. Okay, these are corresponding angles. Again, angle 1, angle 6. These are the pair of corresponding angles. Angle 3, angle 7. Angle 4, angle 8. These are corresponding angles. Now, pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Now see here, pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Which are the interior angles on the same side of the transversal? That is angle 3, angle 5. Okay, angle 3 and angle 5, angle 4 and angle 6. Is it understood? This is about the angles made by a transversal. Is it understood? So next we will see about parallel lines. So next to see here, transversal the next concept is transversal of parallel lines. Now see here, what are parallel lines? First we will see what are these parallel lines. So parallel lines are those lines which are not going to meet. Okay, two lines which never meet. These two lines which are not going to meet at all, then such lines are called parallel lines. Now see here, I will give an example. See here, now if I just kept like that, these are the two lines. Okay, this line will move like that and this line will move like this. Yes, so these two lines are not going to meet at all. These are called parallel lines. Is it understood? Now see here, this is one line, okay, and this is one line. So this line will move like this only, and this line will move like this. These two lines are not going to meet at all. Then such lines are called what? Parallel lines. Understood? Now we will see. Now here two parallel lines are there. Okay. Now here two parallel lines are there. Now this is a line L, this is a line M, and here P is a transversal. Now we know that here 8 angles are going to form. Yes or no? Here 8 angles are going to form. Now see here, we know that here angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8 are called exterior angle, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are called interior angle, and corresponding angles are angle 1 and angle 5. One exterior, one interior. Angle 2 and angle 6 are called corresponding angles. Angle 3, angle 7 are called corresponding angle. Angle 4, angle 8 are corresponding angle. So which are the pair of alternate interior angle? Angle 3, angle 6, angle 5 and angle 4. These are alternate interior angles. Alternate exterior angles are angle 1 and angle 8, angle 2 and angle 7. These are alternate exterior angles. Pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversals. Here, angle 3, angle 5. These are the interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Yes, no? Angle 3, angle 5, angle 4, angle 6. Now see here, if here two parallel lines are there and a line is intersecting at two different points, definitely this line P is a transversal. Now see here some properties are there. If a line intersects two parallel lines, then the properties are there. See here, all the pair of corresponding angles are equal. Now see here, L is parallel to M. This is the symbol for parallel. Here L is parallel to M. If two lines are parallel and if a line is intersecting the two lines at different points, then we can tell that all the pair of corresponding angles are equal. Which are the corresponding angles here? Angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Okay. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. Angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Angle 4 is equal to angle 8. All the pair of corresponding angles are equal. So what I told about corresponding angle? One interior, one exterior. These are nothing but the corresponding angle. One exterior, one interior. Angle 1, angle 5 will be equal. Angle 2, angle 6 will equal. Angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Angle 4 is equal to angle 8. Okay. Next is here B1. All the pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. So all the pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. Now see here, all the pair of alternate interior angles, see, angle 3 is equal to angle 6, angle 3 is equal to angle 6, angle 4 is equal to angle 5. Okay. Say if line L is parallel to line M, here these two are parallel lines. If a line intersects these two lines at a different point, at that time what will happen? All the pairs of corresponding angles are equal. All the pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. So one more is there. See, the two interior angles are on the same side of the transversal, will always be supplementary. Now see here, the two interior angles on the same side of the transversal will always be supplementary. So interior angles on the same side of the transversal, which are those? Angle 3 and angle 5. Here angle 3 and angle 5 will going to form 180 degree. See here, angle 3 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. Angle 4 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. Okay, this is a transversal of a parallel lines. So what is that? If two parallel lines are there, okay, if a line intersect these two lines at a different points, we know that 8 angles are going to form. So when these two lines are parallel, at that time this property will hold. What is that? All the pair of corresponding angles are equal. All the pairs of alternate interior angles are equal. The two interior angles on the same side of the transversal will always be supplementary. Okay, this you have to remember. This is very, very important. Next we see for checking for parallel lines. Now see here, checking for parallel lines. If a transversal passes through two lines so that the pair of corresponding angles are equal, then these two lines must be parallel. Now see here students, if these are two lines, we don't know these are parallel or no, okay, just think these two are lines. If a transversal intersect these two lines, if corresponding angles, okay, angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, if corresponding angles are equal, then we can tell that these two lines are parallel. Okay, suppose we don't know here two lines are there. If one line is intersecting at two distinct points, okay, suppose if corresponding angles are equal, at that time we can tell that these two lines are parallel. Okay, now next here, if a transversal passes through two lines in so that the pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then these two lines must be parallel. See, if here two lines are there, if here one line is intersecting these two lines at two distinct points, at that time if alternate interior angles are equal, at that time we can tell that these two lines are parallel. Okay, in the similar way, third one you see, if a transversal passes through two lines so that the pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary, then these two lines must be parallel. Now see, suppose here these two lines, okay, if a line P is intersecting at two distinct points, if angle 3 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree and angle 4 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree, at that time we can tell that these two lines are parallel. Once again I will tell here suppose here two lines will be there. We don't know whether these two lines are parallel or no. Okay, here one, this is a transversal. We know that here 8 angles are going to form. Yes or no? 8 angles are going to form. Now see here, how to check whether these two lines are parallel? If corresponding angles are equal, if corresponding angles we got equal, at that time we can tell that these two lines are parallel. If alternate interior angles are equal, at that time we can tell these two lines are parallel. Okay, or if the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degree, at that time also we can tell that these two lines are parallel. Okay, so this is about checking for parallel lines. In next class we are going to see the exercise based on this. Thank you.